When it comes to starting a fitness transformation, sometimes it is hard to filter all the information online and figuring out exactly what's going to work for you. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of influencers, coaches, personal trainers online. You're sharing their methods, their training, their supplements, but you cannot humanly just do them all, can you? So what's really important? What should you start with? In this video, I want to share with you the top 5 proven strategies that I would take if I was starting at 30% body fat and I wanted to become fit and lean at around 12 to 50% body fat. Whether you're a beginner or you just hit a plateau, these 5 steps will pave the way for you to get the results that you've been striving for. The key to getting results is figuring out what's the minimum that you can do to get the maximum amount of results possible. Why? Because that's going to be easy to maintain. And remember, the worst plan done consistently is going to be a lot better than the perfect plan that you only do from time to time. But obviously here we're looking for the perfect plan that you can actually maintain. So let's see what that looks like. But before we go there, if you go down around this video, there's going to be like a subscribe button and a like button, which are completely free. They're not going to charge you anything. It helps us reach more people and help more people transform their bodies. So if you haven't done so, consider doing it. And now let's get into the actual content. The very first thing that I would do if I was trying to go from 30% body fat to 12 or 15% body fat is going to be to figure out my why. And I know this might sound a little bit woo-woo, but figuring out your reasons to going below 30% body fat is going to be completely crucial on the long term. This goes beyond just wanting to look better. It's about connecting with that deeper reason that's going to drive you whenever you're not feeling like doing the things that you know you're supposed to do, whenever you don't have the energy to do the workout, whenever you don't have the mental bandwidth to figure out your nutrition. If you have a strong why, this is going to allow you to not give up when you have a couple bad days back to back. It will be what helps you get through some of the roadblocks that inevitably you're going to find in your road. Because here's the thing, we are actually the world champion at convincing ourselves of doing or not doing something. So if you have a strong enough why, you're going to be able to convince yourself to do what you're supposed to do every single day until you get the result that you're looking for. So if you figure out a strong why, then your chances of getting your progress are going to skyrocket. The second thing that I would do if I were trying to go from 30% body fat all the way down to 12% is going to be to clean up your diet. Obviously, you already know that when it comes to achieving a lean physique, nutrition plays a really huge role. But the biggest mistake that I see a lot of people commit when it comes to their nutrition is that they start by extracting things from their diet. They start from restricting the things that they like and taking them away from their diet because they think that's going to be the way for them to lose the weight. And obviously, that makes the whole process really tough if you are taking the things that you actually enjoy out of your day-to-day. Our goal here is merely to create a positive shift in your eating habits. And here are some steps that I will follow. First is going to be to add more fruits and vegetables to every single one of your meals, at least 2 servings per meal. Then I'm going to go in and add an extra serving of protein to every single one of my meals, not only to give me more satiety, but also to help me build and maintain more muscle. And on top of that, I will try to be as hydrated as possible, trying to put as much water into my daily routine as possible, starting with 3 liters, and then if you can, just keep on working your way up. Why do we do it that way? Well, because if we're focusing on adding things to your diet, first of all, it's going to be a quicker adjustments because obviously we all like to eat. Second of all, you're going to be satiated. It's going to be a lot easier for you to maintain it because you're not going to be freaking hungry every single day. And on top of that, you're going to get all the nutrients and all the vitamins that you need, not only to get lean, but also to thrive on your journey. Once you have all that, you have enough energy, you have enough nutrients, then we can start looking at limiting the things that are quote unquote bad for you. But we're doing it from a place of now I don't have any hunger, so I can actually manage the things that I'm eating, rather than I'm trying to figure out how not to be hungry all day. So yeah, once you have that cleared up, you can start looking at things like liquid calories, ultra processed foods, things that you normally eat that are not making you feel any good, and those kind of things. But I would always start by adding things instead of just restricted. The third thing that I would do if I were starting at 30% body fat is going to be to increase your activity. One of the best things to do that is walking. And listen, walking is so overlooked when it comes to fat loss. Everyone can do it, and it does not interfere with your recovery at all. I normally recommend starting with around 5,000 steps per day. And the best thing about walking is that it's an activity that you can do other things while doing it. You can be productive while you walk. You can take this opportunity to listen to podcasts like The Real Fitness Show. You can listen to audiobooks, you can make calls, call your friends, you can socialize, going out with someone, or you can even turn this into a valuable self-reflection or a long time, so you can just spend some quality time with yourself. As you build momentum and you find your rhythm, you want to start building that up to 8,000, 10,000, 12,000 steps per day. And on top of that, consider doing some extra activities on the weekends, like going for hikes or playing sports with your friends or your circle or whatever it might be. Remember that the key here is going to be to make sure that you move as much as possible. And that's why focusing on things like walking that you can scale up, that can be easily maintained, is a really, really easy way to do so. All right, and then for the first step, we're going to talk about workouts, because I know you'll be waiting for it. Incorporating weight training into your routine is a total game changer when it comes to losing body fat and actually getting lean. Many people that start at a high body fat percentage focus on doing cardio alone. It's a good start, it's only going to take you so far. In fact, I would even go to say that doing cardio when you're over 30% body fat, like actual cardio workouts, is a big mistake. Why? Because simply weight training allows you to do both things. It allows you to get the cardio and also to build some muscle, so you can not only burn more fat during the actual workout, but also during the after effect. During the rest of the day, your body will just continue to work for you and allow you to burn more and more fat as you go. And most importantly, once you get rid of the fat, there's actually something underneath, and that's where you get that sculpt physique that many of us are looking for. The thing about workouts is that a lot of people get intimidated by them when it comes to strength training, because they see all these crazy guys doing crazy things online, and they think, well, that guy's jacked, so if I want to get there, I need to do that. And the reality is that those things that they are doing is not what got them there. You don't need to go all in, balls to the wall, 6 to 7 times per week to the gym, working out super hardcore. You just need to figure out something that's going to be easy to maintain, that can give you results, and that can be effective. 3 to 4 times per week, 30 to 40 minutes per session is more than enough for the majority of the people, especially if you're starting at around 30% body fat. And here's the thing, at the beginning, your main goal here is just going to be to get some momentum going. I don't care about how effective a workout is, I don't care about how many results you're getting, it's just that you're getting into the habit of actually working out and actually showing up and doing the things that you're supposed to do. Once it becomes part of your routine, then we can start looking at how effective the workout is, how can we optimize this exercise or that other exercise. But at the beginning, it's just about you getting some momentum. Focus on progressive overload, getting stronger every week, and most importantly, showing up. And lastly, the 5th step when it comes to going from 30% body fat all the way down to 12 to 15% is going to be our secret weapon, and that's going to be accountability. Because listen, we all have moments where we don't feel like doing the things that we're supposed to do. We'll have moments where we start asking ourselves, is this even worth it? And here's the thing, we all struggle with motivation, okay? I don't care how long you've been doing this, you've been working out for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, you're still gonna have days where you don't wanna do the things that you're supposed to do. And that's where accountability comes in. For me, accountability is basically the guarantee that you're gonna get the results that you're working so hard for. And the thing about accountability is that you have 2 different levels for it. The first one is going to be just the one that we're talking about, just the consistency, right? That's gonna allow you to keep on showing up, to keep on doing the things that you're supposed to do. So find a friend, a group, maybe a coach that you don't want to let down, so you have some extra resistance from not doing the things that you're supposed to do. Because having someone to respond to can give you the push that you need to actually get over a hump whenever you're feeling one, or to keep on pushing forward when maybe you're not seeing the exact results that you were looking for, but that you know that you're doing the right things. And then the second level, and for me this is even the most important, is the feedback part of the accountability. Because as you gain momentum and you start getting some results, that feedback is going to be completely crucial. What got you the first 10-pound loss is probably not going to be the same thing that gets you all the way down to 10% body fat. Your body changes, so your strategy needs to change with it. This is where a coach or someone who's specialized on what you're trying to do becomes really, really valuable, because it allows you to not waste any time doing things that are no longer working, and it can help you adjust as you go, so you can make sure that your workouts, that your nutrition plan, that your entire strategy is always as effective as it can be, so every minute that you're spending your fitness journey can be as effective as possible. I don't know about you, but for me, the most important thing in my life is going to be time. So if I can save myself 10, 20, 30, 50 hours of trial and error by having someone who's already been there and done that, that can adjust the things for me and just tell me exactly what to do to get the results, I'm gonna go for that every single day. And here's the thing, accountability can be the difference between success and failure, especially at the beginning. As you develop a routine, as you get better and more experienced into your fitness journey, then there's gonna come to a point where you're not gonna need that first part of the accountability that much, because it's just gonna be a habit at this point, but you're always gonna need someone to keep on adjusting things and keep on giving you that edge when it comes to getting the results. So you are 1000% sure that you're not wasting your time while going to the gym or while choosing certain nutritious choices. So there you have it. As you can see, there's not too much to do if you bring it down to the actual basics, but even then you can focus on just one at a time and make sure that you are mastering that one and just building skills on top of it and letting it compound. Okay, if you do it that way, if you start with the first and then you add the second and the third and the fourth, you're gonna come to a point where this is gonna be just a new lifestyle. Okay, you're not gonna feel like a chore, you're not gonna feel like something that you have to do, but something that you get to do, and you're not even gonna be thinking about it, because that's gonna be the new identity of you, and that's where you start to get incredible results. And the good thing about that is that once you get to that point, it's not only about the incredible results that we're just talking about, but it's also that it's gonna be so easy to maintain, you're not even gonna have to think about it. So yeah, hopefully this was helpful, and remember to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't done so. I'll see you in the next video.